Welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Branson Quirk.
And I'm Tony Smith.
Wow.
Very busy day here at the office.
Very busy day, but it's Taylor Swift wedding week, as we all know. But before we get into Taylor Swift and the wedding, are you excited for the wedding, for Taylor's wedding?
I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy for her that she's getting married and found her person. But I'm not going to lie. I think I've seen it a lot out there, too, in comment sections. I think people are overhearing about the wedding, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
We're going to give you all the details.
We're going to give you the details because it's some interesting stuff.
There's things going on outside the arena at Madison Square Garden, inside, outside. Taylor and Travis are on the scene there. We've seen Travis running around the stadium. We've seen Taylor Swift hanging out with her friend.
We just got an exclusive photo from the bachelor party too.
From
show that.
Travis Kelce's bachelor party. We're going to show you it all. But before we get to Travis and Taylor's wedding, we do want to come to you and give you a little bit more about these ransom notes and this story that came out this morning by Reuters, who claimed that the ransom notes were all fake and that they were not real. So Harvey Levin, who is the one that received these alleged ransom notes, he made it very clear through a source talking to the FBI all about this. We have the video for you now, so we're just going to play it for you here right now.
Okay, Reuters came out with a story today saying that they have FBI sources who say that the FBI has determined that the two ransom notes, alleged ransom notes, one of which we received along with two Tucson television stations, and a second which one of those TV stations received, were not legitimate. And also that the demand letters that we had been receiving from somebody demanding 1 Bitcoin in return for saying who the kidnappers are, identifying them, that too is not legitimate. So we decided that we would pursue this and see if in fact this is real, that they've discounted it. It's not what we had heard, but it was possible, so we made calls. So I am going to tell you that I spoke with two people in the FBI, one of whom is involved in the investigation, one of whom is an official. And the official in the FBI, who asked I don't use this person's name, said this: it is more likely than not that the two ransom notes are real. Further in that conversation, this person said, they are more legitimate than not. That's a quote. Now, they haven't determined it is for sure real, but they definitely have not determined it is for sure fake. And as for the demand letters that we've been getting, where somebody is asking for 1 Bitcoin, they say it is less likely that those letters are real, but they have not discounted that either. So I think this goes to the legitimacy, really, of the ransom notes, because that's really what's important here. We have told you before that we had as many as 5 FBI agents on phone calls at the same time with our IT team trying to find out who sent these ransom notes or these alleged ransom notes. And they have not been able to do that. We are told today that they are still pursuing those 2 notes, the 2 alleged ransom notes. They have not determined, I want to repeat, they're real, but they have definitely not determined that they're not, and they lean more toward legit than not legit.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of rumors going around.
Yes.
And like Harvey just told you, he got on the phone with not only just an official from the FBI, but also someone who's involved in the investigation. It's important to pay attention to what the authorities are saying and what's real, what's not. I know there's been a lot. Right, Tony?
I think
a lot of ransom notes here.
There's just a lot of confusion. A lot of people are confused, like what's real, what's not. Can we, and like I said, we're doing, you hear what Harvey said, it's just, at the end of the day, we just want to find Nancy and just give the Guthrie family answers that they deserve, and it's been since February. So it's been going on 4 months.
Yeah.
And this family's suffering. And whoever did this, they need to just do the right thing and come forward, because the Guthrie family is suffering, and we just need answers. And enough of, not knowing what's real, not knowing what's not. Somebody just needs to do the right thing and come forward.
But if you're just joining now, what Harvey said specifically is that when it comes to these ransom notes, those early ransom notes, the FBI official says that they believe more likely than not that those were legitimate. And also, if you go back and you look at the videos that Savannah Guthrie put out with her family, where she's pleading with this alleged ransom note and or the person holding her mother hostage. There's a second video where Savannah essentially is asking for closure from this person to lead them to where Nancy might be dead or alive. So, yeah. When it comes to the other person, though, if you didn't quite catch that, what Harvey is also speaking about is these other
all the emails that we've been getting.
We've been getting several emails, demand letters that are saying they know where Nancy is, they know who did this, but they will not reveal the information unless we give them one full Bitcoin, not only to protect themselves, but to prevent, retaliation from the people that they say did it. And made a variety of claims in these emails. Can't go into too much detail, but TMZ did forward all of this to the FBI. Yeah. We gave them everything. And I do find it interesting that they say, that none of this has been discounted. That's important to know.
They can't discount it. It's an ongoing investigation. Like we can't.
These were anonymous emails.
Yeah.
So our IT team here at TMZ worked directly with the FBI for days and days and weeks to get to the bottom of this. And it's not that the authorities are not doing their job. It's that there's a lot of elements to this case. It's very complex. And like I always say, I think it's going to come down to a domino effect where someone that knows the person that did this, someone that realizes maybe someone was not in the right place at the right time or is missing or whatever that might be, once that domino falls, maybe we'll get to the end of this. Maybe we'll resolve.
I hope so, especially for the Guthrie family. We see her returning back to work on Today's Show, and she recently just talked about it. She's hurt, and we need answers. And that's what I think the public is saying, and we're just tired of the confusion, and we just want answers. And I hope we get them soon.
Being how big the Arizona area is and the border and all.
What I don't understand in today's world, 2026, there's cameras everywhere. There is a digital footprint for this type of stuff. Like, I don't understand how there's no video of any like we've seen like the kidnapper, and we've seen like some stuff, but I'm just surprised that we haven't seen any more video.
I get that. And there might be more video that we don't know about. There might be surveillance on people that they're currently looking at. But when it comes to that area, like I said, Arizona, and potentially if she was buried out in the desert near the border, over the border, wherever that might be, if you look at the border line and you look at that whole area, it is a vast terrain of nothing. You could go 2 miles out and there won't be cameras anywhere.
Yeah.
And maybe nothing looked off-put to anybody. I mean, I know they were looking at videos. We had put the videos out that they were looking at where there was cars going by, and people said, well, why can't they find out by looking at the cars? It has to be one of these.
Right.
Hundreds of cars go by, and nothing looks off. Like, do you investigate every single car?
I think you
barely
should.
See the license plate.
They should do the
hard part.
They
you can't see all the license plates, so you're going off make and model. These are the best in the business working on this. FBI is the best in the business, and if they can't find anything, then I trust that. I trust that there's probably no leads, to be honest with you. But I think it's important to keep attention on the case. And Savannah said
absolutely. We cannot let this case die. We can't let any missing persons case die. We always have to do the best of our ability to pursue it as long as they can. And I hope we get answers soon. I keep saying that because I really feel for him. So
right. All right. Well, moving on to Taylor Swift. Royal wedding week.
Some businesses are not happy.
Businesses, and by businesses, we're talking the businesses around Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
So as we had reported, the streets around Madison Square Garden are being shut down for the wedding, obviously. But surrounding Madison Square Garden, have you been there?
I have been, not to
Area?
MSG. I've been to the Giant Stadium, but I haven't been to Madison Square Garden. I would love to go someday, though.
There are several small businesses that surround the area, and they are going to be affected by this because of the street closures. They're not going to be getting business because there's not going to be foot traffic. So we've learned the bar and restaurant owners near Madison Square Garden believe that this high security wedding celebration is significantly going to hurt the business. Several owners said street closures and security measures are expected to reduce customer traffic during what would normally be a busy holiday weekend.
That's what I don't understand. So if it's 4th of July, wouldn't that, I guess it depends on the business, but wouldn't that naturally just the holiday itself attract more people wanting to be out, being outside and just doing stuff in general?
That's why I find it very appalling that Taylor Swift would choose the holiday weekend in a place like New York City to even do this, even though she claims, that she's not always trying to be the center of attention and everything. I mean, how much more center of attention can you be if you are picking Madison Square Garden as your wedding venue and then shutting down vital streets?
You don't think it's
holidays and parades and things like that? It's like, wow.
She's probably the biggest pop star on earth. You don't think that this is all really just to avoid people trying to get photos of them? And this is probably the biggest day of her life. You don't think that's, has some factor into this?
Well, I don't know what she's got in her mind. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know why she would pick a place like. I mean, I get it. It's private. I don't
know why she would pick MSG either. Like, I don't know either. But I think she's really concerned about photos and stuff getting out. And
so, a little more about these businesses. Yeah. None of the businesses have allegedly been contacted or received any communication from Swift's team regarding compensation. And we did see one business say that they want to be paid for this. Well, anyways, other than the businesses, the food. You want to talk food?
Oh, let's talk food. I'm going to get hungry talking about this.
Why don't you get into it?
So, food deliveries have arrived at MSG ahead of the wedding this weekend. And boxes were unloaded at the label. And they were labeled saying, here's the food. What was the food? Let's see it. Pounds of lobster meat, blackened chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, chicken legs, French fries, all that stuff. I mean, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it, to be honest. Krispy Kreme truck also arrived at the venue with additional food. Artificial trees were a part of the venue setup too. I think she's really leaning into the whole just fairy tale style-esque part of the wedding. And if you're gonna have a fairy tale, a castle at the wedding venue, then you got to have some big food. So
there's gotta be like filet mignon or steak, right? Like are these the main courses, or this? Because what we learned is that it's going to be a conglomeration of all of Taylor Swift's favorite food items. So she must love lobster. She must love eggs, onion rings. I love onion rings.
You can't go wrong with onion
Have you
rings.
had the blooming onion at Outback Steakhouse?
No.
Oh man, it's tasty. So yeah, if you're on a diet and you're going to Taylor Swift's wedding, you got a lot of options, it sounds like.
What do you think about the security plan? So the police security plan is expected to cost 6 figures, around $160,000 is what they're estimating. What do you think about that?
So they have to pay for their own security. They have to pay for the police because, as we know, the Knicks, when they shut down the streets around and the presence around the stadium and everything, and the parade, they had to pay for that as well. So that's no different with Taylor Swift also having to pay for this. But how much did you say? $160,000?
Around $160,000, yeah.
That is nothing if you're Taylor Swift.
And that's, I mean,
protecting
it's a drop
yourself,
in the bucket.
It's worth the money, 100%.
Yeah. We have enough time to get into this last story?
Yeah, it's New York. Let's finish it off.
Yeah, we're talking about New York. Well, let's talk more about New York. We're talking about guys, wait till we show you this video. So there's this couple that got engaged on top of the Empire State Building. So there was 2 masked daredevils on top of the Empire State Building. We're playing the video right now, and they got engaged. So it was at the climbers' names were Yvonne Beerkus and Angela. I don't want to butcher her last name.
Nikolau.
They're described as famous rooftopers. So that's, I guess they like to climb really tall buildings and structures just for fun, kind of like parkour-esque. But the interesting part was they had a message right before they proposed. And that message, sorry, I don't have it in front of me here. It's basically talking about the power of love, just, overpower.
Yeah, when the power of love meets the love of power, the world knows peace. Here's the proposal. So, hey, I guess that's probably the best. I wonder, did she know this was going to happen? Can you imagine if he lost the ring, if like he dropped it or something? If you remember, I always knew growing up, if you drop a ring from the top of the Empire State Building, it would kill somebody if it landed.
I don't know if that's true.
No, it is.
You think it's true?
You drop a penny from the Empire State Building or a ring or anything like that, it'll go right through.
Wouldn't it just wouldn't the drag just uplift it?
It has a terminal velocity once it hits. Depends on the weather that day. But like if you drop it and there's no like wind hitting it or anything, and it hits terminal velocity, it's like a bullet hitting your head.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
so,
I hope that didn't happen.
That's why it's dangerous. That's why it's dangerous for them to be up there. That's why it's illegal for people to climb buildings and go to the top of buildings. Because like, let's say one of them fell, for example. This is not a professional in terms of like a permitted climb. So if one of them fell to the ground and there's no safe zone down below, people are just walking around on the Empire State Building, which is a very populated area, and the body hits somebody, can kill multiple people.
Yeah, I mean,
we scar people.
We should say that the police did detain the couple immediately after they returned to the ground, and the charges are pending as of time of this article. But engaging at the top of the Empire State Building is definitely something. It's cool. You're gonna remember it, and it's. Is it? Yeah, I guess it's.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm giving them a pass. I don't care how illegal that is.
I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're engaged.
I'm giving
but
them a pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see any comments here. Driver's seat. They should check some of the funeral homes. What if she was cremated? I doubt that whoever did this would take Nancy Guthrie to a funeral home. That would be. They would have been caught a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
It'd be almost immediate recognizability. Okay. Let's see. Someone said, CryptoKitty said, find out by paying it already. So someone's telling us to pay the Bitcoin. We did actually float that to the FBI. Like, is this something that like should be paid and to see? And then we never got a response from them. We let them investigate that themselves. I mean, they are the FBI. They're doing their jobs. So
somebody knows something. Somebody just needs to do the right thing and come forward. And we need answers, man.
Let's see. Brandon, this is a miscellaneous comment. What's your favorite song of Taylor Swift?
Wildest Dreams. That's my favorite.
Which one?
Wildest Dreams. That's
Wildest Dreams. What's the other one? I like the older Taylor Swift. The what's the country one that she's famous for? Someone put it in there. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Any more here?
I'm not gonna lie. That Opalite song is definitely an earworm. I hear it all the time going into like grocery stores and whatever businesses. It's definitely very catchy. So
Grunge said maybe a rock or something, but a penny does not have enough mass.
That's what I was saying. I thought the
Let's look it up.
Like since it's literally like I don't even know what the correct measurement of it is, but it's really light. I would thought it would just be lifted.
Oh wow. I'm rescinding my claim. It is a myth.
Oh,
it's a myth.
Well,
maybe,
myth busted.
Maybe I need to have someone go up there and drop a penny, and then I'll go to jail.
I don't know about that.
Just to see. Okay, well, thanks everybody.
Thank you, Ransom.
We'll be back here tomorrow morning with Devin and Courtney.
Thanks, guys.